And now I can take over, can I?
Yep. Thank you for joining us for a special KBRFradio.com video streaming production. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company and your Otter Tail Power Company pregame show. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts. Oxted Plumbing and Heating with your game time and temperature. Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary with your keys to the game. Olson Oil Card Express and your Olson Oil Card Express postgame show. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Otter Tail County AIS Task Force. Liberty Business Systems. Service Food of Fergus Falls Monument. Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated. Otter Tail Coaches and FM Bank of Fergus Falls.
And we welcome you to the Roosevelt Gym in Fergus Falls and tonight's Central Lakes Conference boys basketball game between the Fergus Falls Otters and the Brainerd Warriors. Our pregame is brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company. And these two teams have met once before this year over in Brainerd, and the Otters came out on top in that one, 73-52, and that was back on January 14th. Brainerd right now is 12-11 on the season, and they are averaging 64 points a game. They allow 63.1, so that would tell you they've been involved in a lot of close games this year. They are 7-6 in the Central Lakes Conference. The Otters are 16-7 overall, 10-5 in Central Lakes Conference play, and the Otters are outscoring their opponents by an average of 5 points a game, scoring 71.5 a game, and allowing 66.7 points per game to their opponents. The Otters are coming off a loss at Alexandria on Tuesday night. They got beat 92-64 by the Cardinals in that game. It was a really competitive battle for a half. It was 37-31 at halftime, Alexandria. Then the Cardinals got a couple of really hot stretches in the second half and pulled away for that 92-64 victory. For Brainerd, their last game was a loss at Rocori, and a close one, a 64-61 loss, and that ended a three-game winning streak for the Warriors, who had been playing some of their best ball going into that game against Rocori. Now, these two teams each have 2 games left in the regular season, as the final week of the regular season for the boys basketball in Minnesota is next week. The Warriors will host Sartell on Tuesday and then Detroit Lakes on Thursday, while the Otters head to St. Cloud Tech on Tuesday and will host Wilmer next Friday, and that will be right back here at Roosevelt for the final home game of the regular season. The Otter girls actually host Wilmer here tomorrow night in a game that will be featuring on News Talk 1250 KBRF and video streaming also through the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF YouTube channel. This is our Otter Tail Power Company pregame show, and it's time now for the Outstead Plumbing and Heating time and temp. It is 7:08 and it's 1 degree above zero. And you're listening to coverage of Otter boys basketball on the channel 977 and streaming live through the Fergus Now app.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton. There's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Power Company pregame show. And the keys to the game are sponsored by Viking Cafe and by Fergus Falls Apothecary. Well, the keys to the game tonight for the Otters is to play their game defensively, to put the clamps down defensively on the Warriors, who do have 3 players who are averaging double figures for them, including the 6'2 senior Corday Roseman, who's very athletic, averaging 16.5 a game. And Eli Tauchis is a guard who's averaging 14 points a game. And then they have a 6'6 senior who's averaging almost a double-double, 10 points, 9.5 rebounds a game. That's Garrett Gilbert. So the Otters will need to be conscious of where those guys are in the offensive end. And that's the key to the game for the Fergus Falls Otters tonight. For the Brainerd Warriors, the key to the game is to not let Henry Bethel go wild. Henry's had some great games lately. He leads the Otters in scoring at 23.5 points a game. But the Otters have that 1-2 punch with Ryan Hurst, the big guy, who is also such a factor. So those are the keys to the game, brought to you by Village Apothecary of the Fergus Falls and the Viking Cafe. And we are going to welcome Matt Johnson to the program now on our pregame show. The head coach of the Otters joining us at the Roosevelt Gym. We're
In the crow's nest. We're up here.
We are up here. It's a great view.
Yeah.
Used to do a lot of games from up here, but I miss being down on the floor so I can see the coaches' antics there, you know.
There's no antics on our part, Craig. We're cool, calm, and collected all the time.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's right. Okay. You're coming off a game at Alexandria Tuesday against the Cardinals, who are having an exceptional season. And you played them tough, Matt. It was 37-31 at halftime, but for a second half, a couple of stretches in the second half, you were right there. But overall, the coaches came out of that feeling pretty well.
Yeah, you know, I thought the first half we built a good lead early. I loved our fight from the get-go. Alex set the tone the first possession, attacked them with reckless abandon, got a bucket, then he hit a 3. Levi attacked at the rim. Like, I just thought we played fearless. And it's easy to walk into a game against a really good team and play tentative, and we didn't. So that was the first thing we were really, really happy about. And then there's 2 90-second spurts in that first half. We were up, 7, 8 points, and we had a 90-second lapse, right, where you go, they hit a bucket, you turn it over, they get a bucket, you turn it over again, or have a poor quality shot, and all of a sudden they went on an 8-0 run. And we did that twice in the first half. So I thought we played 15 minutes of great basketball in the first half, and that 3 minutes cost us, 15-ish points, and all of a sudden you're down 7 instead of up 7 or in a tie game. And so first half was good, but cleaning up those little things. And then second half they got hot. If Mason Witt hit some incredible shots, and our guys would look at us and say, yeah, you contested a 28-footer and he hit it. You tip your hat and say, good job, because your other options aren't any better. By running him off the line. So I thought our kids did some things really well. Our fight was good, competed well. At the end of the night, it wasn't enough to beat a really good team, but I think gave us a little bit of confidence in knowing that we can play with them.
Well, you get tough matchups all season long in this Central Lakes Conference, but is Alexandria the toughest team as far as matchups go from 1 through 5, spots 1 through 5?
Yeah, they just don't put anybody on the floor that can't hurt you.
Right.
So it's never as simple as, hey, well, we'll just play off and we'll take Chase Thompson away. Well, fine, Mason Wood's going to hit 8 threes. Okay, well, we'll go right him offline. Okay, he's going to pass to Talon Wood, who's going to hit 5 of them. Okay, well, we'll take him. Okay, then they're going to, right? So it just isn't as simple as take their dude away, all right? You got a guy going to Clemson, we'll take him away. Sure. He's a really good passer, and he does everything so well that he just makes you pay. So they're a really tough matchup. And the beauty is, if we see him again, it would be likely a section final, and there's a lot of work to go to get there. But you get to play the game, right? And anything can happen in one game, and playing fearless and attacking them is step number 1, and we've shown we can do that.
Well, and I bet your guys will love another shot at him. It's
always
not like they're dreading that opportunity, right?
Right. I mean, competitive kids, and we've said it a lot. Iron sharpens iron, right? We play good teams all year, and we get better and get better and get better, and we still have a few more games to do that. And you want to play the best to achieve your goals. And so, yeah, we'd love another opportunity. A lot of work to do to get there to that situation, but hopefully we do that.
Brainerd Warriors, Charlie Scheck is in his 7th year as their head coach, and it's always a battle with Brainerd, but we went over there and punched them in the mouth. They beat them pretty good over there. That means they probably are kind of fired up for tonight, huh?
Yeah, we talked about that pregame. It's likely a revenge game, right? A game where you feel like you maybe laid an egg, didn't give a great effort, and we played really well. That was a night for us where the Ellison brothers led us in scoring, and both shot it really well. So I thought it was as well-rounded an offensive effort as we've had all year. And so I would anticipate that Brainerd's got a plan. Well coached. Charlie does a good job. A lot of respect for how he operates and gets his kids to play. And so he'll have a plan, and we'll have to be ready to compete again.
Well, and we're getting down to the wire here. You've got 3 games, this one and 2 next week, and you're sitting in really good shape as far as the section goes. I don't know if we can say it's guaranteed you're going to get a number 2, but it sure looks like it.
I don't know how it would work out different.
Yeah.
Even if we were to lose our last 3 games and Apollo were to win, at the end of the day, we would have a tiebreak over them based on overall winning record. So I don't know. I don't see a path to us not being the 2. I've been surprised by some things, but that one would really shock me.
Yeah.
So, I would anticipate the 2 seed, get a home game to kick off. I think that would be against Tech. I think that's the likely 7 seed. So we'll get to see them at their place on Tuesday and get one more look before we might see them in the first round of the playoffs.
This is probably a Derek question, but would that playoff game be here or at Kennedy?
I think that's TBD.
Okay.
We'll play here tonight and next Friday night. I think that probably determines a little bit of it on how things go here. But certainly an electric atmosphere, great place to play any game. So we'd love to play it here. Our guys like playing here. Kind of a split. If you asked our guys, it'd be a split vote on where they want to play. But certainly a good contingency of them enjoy playing their games here.
I know somebody asked me the other day, well, do the Otters ever get to practice at Roosevelt, or do they just play games? So what's the answer, Coach?
Absolutely. We're here at least once a week, if not twice a week, to practice. The beauty of having this facility along with our gold gym is we never have a late practice. If the girls get the gold gym, then we get to practice here, and then we'll send our ninth grade over to Cleveland and our varsity JV here, and vice versa. So there's never a night we have to practice late. We get to be in here. Kids love practicing in here. Not quite the space that you have in Gold Gym, but it's a little more quiet, a little more intimate. So it's a really nice place to practice and terrific game atmosphere.
It used to be a dream to have this many courts available.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're pretty blessed. We don't complain very often about that.
Yeah, you're living the dream now. So,
Yep.
all right, Matt, thanks so much.
Awesome.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks,
Have
Craig.
fun. Matt Johnson, head coach of the Otters, joining us on our pregame show, and we will take a time out here and come back with our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups. You're listening to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977 FM and streaming live through the Fergus Now app.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota, Minnesota Motor.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports. The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Time now for our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center, Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls. And here are the starters for the Brainerd Warriors. They will start 6'5" junior, wearing number 0, Grant Johnson. Grant averages 7.5 points, 4 rebounds a game. Number 1 is Corday Rosamond, a 6'2" senior, and he puts 16.5 points in the book every night on the average, and averages about 5.5 rebounds and 3 assists per game. Number 5 is 6' senior Trey Hendrickson, 6.5 points, 2 rebounds and 3 assists a game. Number 14 is 5'10" senior Eli Tauchis, 14 points, 4.5 rebounds per game. And number 33 is their 6'6" senior post player Garrett Gilbert, who averages 10 points and 9.5 rebounds per game. Charlie Scheck is the head coach of the Brainerd Warriors. A lot of you may remember Amy Scheck, who played for the Lady Spartans for that national championship team in 2001. Charlie is Amy's brother, so one of the connections there to Fergus Falls. And for the Otters, here's their Nelson Auto Center starting lineup. They'll go with number 23, Alex Ellison, who's averaging 8 points a game. Number 1, Henry Bethel, leading scorer on the team at 23.5 points a game. But that's not all Henry does. He also averages over 7 rebounds, or 5.5 rebounds a game, and dishes out 3 assists per game as well. Number 5 is point guard Micah Johnson, averaging 5 points and 2 assists per game. Number 15 is Ryan Hurst. Ryan, 18.7 rebounds a game, also 3 assists per game. And he has 23 blocked shots to his credit this year, so he gets about 1 block a game as well. And he's been averaging like 2 or 3 dunks a game too, so he's kind of fun to watch down low. And number 4 is Levi King. Levi averaging 8.5 points and 5 rebounds per game. And he consistently produces in all the stat categories. He's just one of those solid players up and down the floor and does a lot of nice things. Now the Otters have struggled somewhat with their shooting this year. Overall, they're not bad. They're 47% from the floor. But their threes, and this is an area that the coaches just shake their heads. They think they've got a pretty good three-point shooting team. Well, the stats don't bear it out. They're shooting only 26.5% from beyond the arc this year. And that's an area they hope to show some improvement, and they think they will show some improvement. The other stat that is troubling is free throws. Free throw percentage for the Otters is at 64% as a team, and you want that free throw percentage to be up there certainly over 70%, and preferably in the mid-70s to upper 70s for your free throw percentage. But the Otters have not been able to get to that mark consistently this year. Again, the Otters coming in 16-7 overall, Brainerd 12-11. The previous meeting between the two teams took place on January 14th in Brainerd, and the Otters were good that night. They won 73-52. They're hoping to complete a season series sweep of the Warriors will win here tonight. The Warriors don't want that to happen. Earlier today, the Otter girls hockey team lost in overtime to Marshall by a score of 3-2, and their season has come to an end with that loss, and a great season for the Otters. And we'll take a break and come back and be ready to tip this thing off. Central Lakes Conference boys basketball from the Roosevelt Gym in Fergus Falls as the Otters host the Brainerd Warriors here on Channel 977 FM and streaming live through the Fergus Now app.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Business systems can be frustrating. Don't take it out on the printer. Let Liberty Business Systems simplify the chaos. With automated printing services and flexible contracts, you'll never feel frustrated or stuck with your business systems. Liberty Business Systems.
Transparent, flexible, fearless.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Jay, owner of Fergus Apothecary, downtown Fergus Falls. We like to talk to you out in the open, not through glass, not through a speaker. We treat you as a person, not as an insurance card. So we invite you to come downtown Fergus Falls and speak with us.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
Make OSPTI your choice for
Gym, where the Otters are taking on the Brainerd Warriors tonight in Central Lakes Conference boys basketball. You've been listening to the Otter Tail Power Company pregame show, presented by Otter Tail Power Company, one of our great sponsors. We've got a good crowd in here, filling in. And we'll be back here tomorrow night. Nick Keel will be here to broadcast the girls' game against Wilmer. back-to-back nights here at Roosevelt, and another streaming game as well. And we do invite you to join us on Saturday morning from 8 to 9:30 from the Layton Media broadcast studios for our coaches show. We have 3 coaches shows remaining the next 3 Saturdays, March 8th being the final Saturday that we'll be talking with Fergus Falls and Hillcrest coaches. Also, we're going to welcome Brian Korf, the head coach of the Pelican Rapids girls basketball team. He'll be joining us on the Saturday morning as well this week to talk about his team. Always enjoy catching up with the coaches, reviewing the previous week, and looking ahead to the upcoming week, and especially at this time of the year, right? Seeding is going to take place Saturday for girls basketball. The playoffs start next week. And it's the final week of the regular season for the boys basketball teams around the region, around the state next week, and then they'll seed next Saturday, a week from Saturday. Well, let's get this one going. Ball's in the air, and the Warriors control the tap as Eli Tauchis passes it over to Trey Hendrickson. And our Central Lakes Conference game is underway. This is Roseman passing right side to Tauchis, stolen away by Hurst. Brainerd turns it over on their first possession. Ellison ahead to Hurst, and they miscommunicated there. It winds up in the hands of the Warriors, and a breakaway layup, and is challenged and no good by Garrett Gilbert. And we have a jump ball call, and that will show the possession is in the Otters' favor. Yeah, Alex Ellison and Ryan Hurst were coming up the floor, and Ryan was not looking, and Alex just threw a blind pass thinking he was looking, and they turned it over. There's Hurst on the far sideline, and it goes out of bounds off the Warriors, so the Otters will put it in play with Hurst to toss it into the backcourt to Micah Johnson. Johnson is picked up by Tauchis. Warriors half-court man-to-man. Bounce pass to Bethel on the far sideline. Henry works it toward the middle. Fires to the left sideline to Ellison. Now down low to Hurst. Hurst against Gilbert, and we're going to get a foul away from the ball. That's going to be on Ellison. So the Otters get the first foul of the night and their second turnover of the game as well. No score on our Park Region scoreboard. 1 minute into this opening half. Corday Roseman passing to Garrett Gilbert, high post at the free throw line. Gilbert will toss it back out to Tauchis, who relays it on the wing to Roseman, spins away from Johnson, takes it to the free throw line, and then dishes out to Grant Johnson. Warriors feed the far corner, Tauchis with it. Coming around against Levi King, top of the key, picks up the dribble and then throws it behind the intended recipient of the pass, Trey Hendrickson, and the Warriors turn it over. So neither team able to get into sync here in the early going, as each team has 2 turnovers. Here's Levi King on the far sideline, giving it to Hurst up top. Hurst dribbles into the lane, goes to the basket in traffic, and Ryan Hurst finds a way to get it down. Ryan's having a great senior year, heading to Jamestown for college ball. Here's the feed to Roseman, and he'll hit from 15. Roseman ties it up. Corday Roseman, 16.5 points a game on the average. And the Otters throw it away, third turnover. Warriors move it ahead, and they throw it away. Each team with 3 turnovers. No flow developing here early in this one. 2 minutes in, and it's 2-2. The turnovers are more than the points for each team. 2 minutes in, that's not a good sign. Ellison picks up his dribble and gets it to Bethel, who's double teamed. Bounce pass up the sideline to Micah Johnson. Johnson working on Tauchis. Bounce pass to Hurst, baseline shot over the hoop, and we've got a foul called on Gilbert. So Hurst picks himself up off the floor, and Garrett Gilbert gets the first foul of the game against the Warriors, and that'll put Ryan Hurst on the line for the first free throws of the night. And Hurst will put the first one off the heel, no good. Again, that's been one of the tough things for the Otters. The free throws have not consistently been good. Second one is off the heel, no good, and there's a rebound for Grant Johnson. And he'll give it up to Eli Tauchis. Couch's far sideline. Ball in the hands of Hendrickson. Back out to the top to Roseman. Driving the lane. Fires it out on the wing to Tauchus. Takes the dribble into the lane. Back out on the three-point line, and that shot is good. The three-pointer by Trey Hendrickson will give the Warriors the lead at 3-2 on our Park Region scoreboard. Now the left side three by Alex Ellison is good, and that'll tie the game at 5. Ellison has his first basket. Now Warriors, Johnson firing it out to Tauchus, baseline double teamed there. Bethel all over him. He fires it back out on the three-point line. Roseman takes it into the free throw line area, and he's double teamed. The ball came loose. He got it back, and they feed it back around the perimeter now. Grant Johnson turning, passing it off. Hendrickson, shot clock's under 10. They feed the corner. Corner three on the way, in and out, and Levi King skies to get the rebound for the Otters. Outlet pass, Micah Johnson shuffles it ahead to Ellison, now back out to King. Rotates it to Hurst on the wing. Ryan gives to Bethel up top. Henry finds King on the left side. King on the dribble penetration. Nice move around Gilbert, but he missed the shot. Rebound comes off to Grant Johnson. In transition, it's Roseman to the baseline. Good takeaway at the baseline by Bethel. He did not allow him the penetration. Now we've got an offensive foul as Grant Johnson tried to move in, and he got the contact and the whistle. Turnover number 4, foul number 2 on the Warriors, and the Otters get the basketball. 5-5 tie with 14 minutes to go in the opening half. A reminder for you, Minnesota Motor Company will bring us the halftime report. Minnesota Motor Service Department is open Saturday from 8 to 1 for your convenience. Here's Hurst sending it across to Bethel. They almost lost that one out of bounds, but Henry making the catch, keeping it in play. Takes it into the lane, slips and falls. We're going to get a jump ball call, and the possession arrow will favor Brainerd. And the Warriors will get possession here with 13:43 to go in the half and a 5-5 tie on our Park Region scoreboard. Warriors with Trey Hendrickson on the far sideline, picking up the dribble, looking to the high post to Gilbert. Now Gilbert against Hurst, trying to dribble toward the lane. Gets it back out on the three-point line. Grant Johnson spinning, hitting Tauchus for 3. That's in and out, and there's a weak side board by King. Levi will come ahead on the dribble. Hurst taking it up the lane, and the pass is off the hands of Roseman. No, they're saying it went off the Otters, and Hurst is like, hey, that was touched by Corday Roseman. But the referees said, no, he didn't touch it. So that is 5 turnovers for the Otters. And the Warriors will toss it in the backcourt. Trey Hendrickson handling the basketball, setting the offense here with 13 minutes to go in the opening half. Hurst anticipates and steals. Here's Hurst with King breaking. Hurst is going to force up the shot and draw the foul, and Ryan Hurst, who missed 2 free throws a few moments ago, will go to the line again here. And foul is going to be against Hendrickson. 3rd team foul on the Warriors, and Hurst gets it down. So the Otters regain the lead at 6-5. Warriors go to the bench for a couple of substitutions as Luke Merseth, the 5'11 freshman, is in, and Hunter Hennessy, a 6'1 senior, number 3. Hurst knocks down both free throws. So Ryan has 4, and the Otters lead 7-5. As Roseman steps into the front court against Bethel. Roseman cuts left on the dribble, spins to the basket, and is fouled by Henry. So Roseman's going to the line for a couple. Henry Bethel's first foul, 2nd team foul on the Otters. Corday Roseman, 16.5 points a game. Has 2 so far tonight. He can tie the game with a couple of free throws here. Won't, though, as he misses the first off the front of the rim. Minnesota Motor brings you our halftime show. At Minnesota Motor Company, they know every decision they make affects every mile you drive. Trust the experts at Minnesota Motor Company. Roseman makes 1 of 2, and the Otters lead 7-6. Against some pressure here, 1-2-2, 3-quarter court press King gets it over the line to Bethel. His pass goes right past Micah Johnson. Now here's a feed to Ellison from King, and Ellison will score. And Alex has 5. Give Levi the assist there, and it's 9-6. Otters by 3. Bounce pass Garrett Gilbert up high against Hurst. Handing it off on the three-point line to Hunter Hennessy. Hunter wears number 3, and usually you have a three-point shooter wearing number 3, it seems. So I'm guessing he's a three-point shooter. Here's Roseman out on the three-point line, and he's going to crank one. It's off the rim, hard, long rebound. Tauchus takes it into the lane, dishes down low, and nice ball fake, but then a blocked shot, and Hurst recovers the ball. Here's Ellison, back to Hurst. Trying to go baseline around Gilbert, and I don't know how he didn't step out of bounds, but he shuffles it up the lane to Bethel, and Henry will get his first 2 points of the game. So the Otters have a 5-point lead now at 11-6 with 11:40 to go in the opening half. Here's Hennessy firing right side to Roseman. Roseman defended by Bethel. Back across to Tauchus. King on him. Tauchus to the free throw line and out to Merseth. He gives it up. Far corner. Now back out. Gilbert. Right side Roseman. Tried to split the defense. Rejected by Hurst. Well, we told you he gets 2 to 3 blocks a game. There's one. Hurst is going to check out. The Otters are going to bring Jack Ratz in. And we're also going to see Isaac Ellison in the lineup. Here's Gilbert backing in against Ratz, forcing up the shot off the rim. Ball hits the floor. King picks it up. Lead pass to Bethel. He's got a man breaking, and that is Isaac Ellison, and he missed the bunny. Defensive board Tauchus in transition. Here come the Warriors. Double team down low. Back out. Here's that three-point shooter, Hennessy, and he drills it. Hunter Hennessy for 3, and a timeout on the floor. It's 11-9. The Otters have a 2-point lead, 10:57 remaining in the opening half. There's timeout on the court. This timeout brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. You're listening and watching to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977 FM and streaming live through the Fergus Now app.
Outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Serve your
Back to the action. Otters along the baseline. Levi King, and he is unable to get the ball down, but he does get to the line. Hennessy is going to get the foul, and that's his first. Team foul number 4 against the Warriors. And Levi King goes to the line looking for his first point. Still looking. First one off the front side of the rim. Otters lead by 2. They had a 5-point lead at 11-6, and then they 3 by Hennessy. Made it a 2-point game, and King makes it a 3-point game with his second free throw, his first point of the night. 12-9, Otters lead, 10:40 to go. First half action from Roosevelt. Warriors get it back out to Grant Johnson. Eli Tauchus comes up high to take the feed. Now here's Corday Roseman into the lane. Right side Hennessy wants another 3, and he gets it. Wow. That's why he's wearing number 3, folks. He can shoot the 3, and it's 12-12. That's our third tie of the opening half. Here's Alex Ellison giving it to Bethel. Left side, Isaac Ellison will drive the baseline, put it up too hard. Offensive rebound, putback, no. Second putback won't go. Give King a couple of offensive rebounds, but he couldn't get the rebound shot to drop. Warriors on the attack now. Grant Johnson near the free throw line, shuffles it back out. Penetration up the lane, and the layup is good by Luke Merseth. And that will put the lead back on the Brainerd side of the board. It is 14-12. Good run by the Warriors. Here's Ratz sending it across to Bethel. He explodes through the defense and lays it through. Well, that first step was awfully quick. Warriors couldn't adjust to that. 14-14 now with 9:20 to play in the opening half. Grant Johnson, far side of the floor for the Warriors. Back out to the top. They swing it right on the dribble to the basket. They kick it to the corner, and there's Hennessy again. That one was off. Rebounded by Merced, who got it back to Roseman, who takes it up to the basket and scores. Nice job by Roseman avoiding the defense. Roseman now has 5, and Brainerd has a 2-point lead as we hit the midway point of this opening half. Otters get it across the floor to Alex Ellison and now to Henry Bethel. Left wing to King. Levi working on Grant Johnson. Leaves it on the wing to Jack Ratz. Ratz will pass it in for Isaac Ellison. We've got a foul on that play as Isaac was being held by Grant Johnson. That will be his second foul. Team foul number 5 against Grant Johnson. Luke Pearson is in for the Otters, and Ryan Hurst returns. Garrett Gilbert is back out there for the Warriors, along with Tyrell Stupka. Stupka wears number 4. The inbounds pass to Hurst. Too hard off the glass on that little hook shot. Warriors rebound. Move it ahead to Stupka. Across on the three-point line. And now here's Grant Johnson to the free throw line. Keeping the dribble alive against Ratz. Sends it back out to Stupka. Into the lane, spinning. Firing it out on the wing. The 3 on the way. Good by Grant Johnson. And the Warriors kick their lead up to 5 now. It's 19-14 on our Park Region scoreboard. 8:10 to go in the half. Luke Pearson across to Isaac Ellison. Back out to Ryan Hurst. Hurst free throw line. Dribble penetration, baseline. Then we've got a foul on the drive. No free throws resulting here. Otters will throw it in from under the basket. Stupka will get the foul, his first, and that is team foul number 6. So the next foul on the Warriors will put the bonus on for the Otters. Here's Micah Johnson looking to get the ball into Ryan Hurst. Hurst alongside the lane, turns, hooks it up off the rim, no good. Tipped up by Bethel, won't go. And there's Garrett Gilbert with the defensive board for the Warriors. Brainerd up 5 and in possession of the basketball on the far side of the floor. A deep 3 off the heel, comes right to Bethel. Henry trying to come out of the backcourt is fouled by Hennessy, and that'll put the 1-and-1 in effect. Second foul on Hennessy will walk down to the other end, and Henry Bethel will shoot the 1-and-1. Henry with a pair of field goals so far for his 4 points, 2 2-point field goals. This game and the Quality Toyota Player of the Game t-shirts are brought to you by Lake Country Graphics. Bethel earns the bonus as he hits the front end of the 1-and-1. That is his 5th point. 19-15 now. The 5-point lead that was on the board a moment ago, the largest of the game for either team. Henry gets both of them, so he has 6 points, and the Otters have pulled within 3 with 7:40 to go in the opening half. Stay tuned at halftime. Our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report comes your way. Minnesota Motor Company has trucks. Contact the sales team for yours today. On the near side, it's Tauchus. Eli Tauchus almost lost the ball out of bounds. He did control it, though. Gets it back to Grant Johnson on the wing. Shot clock's under 10, and now we got a walk on Stupka. Warriors have their 5th turnover. Grant Johnson checks out for Brainerd, and Roseman is back in. Otters double team there on the Bethel. He fired it over to Ratz, who got it to Micah Johnson. Back across to Luke Pearson. On the far sideline, it's Ryan Hurst. Goes into Ratz alongside the lane. Jack looking down low, finds Bethel, turns, banks it, misses, but draws the foul, and Henry's back on the line. And that is going to be against Hendrickson, which will be number 2 on him. And it is a 2-shot foul now for Henry, who has 6 points and just made a couple of free throws a few moments ago. We're under 7 minutes here in the first half. Free throw good. So 7 points for Bethel. Otters down 2. Bethel can make it a 1-point difference with free throw number 2, and he does. Well, the Otters now have made 7 of 10 free throws. The Warriors have shot 2 and made one. 19-18, Brainerd leads. Tauchus has the ball on the three-point line. They swing it left. Stupka back out to Gilbert. The 6'6 post gets rid of it to Roseman. His free throw line jumper is good. Corday Roseman has 7. 6.5 to go. 21-18 is the score. Brainerd leading by 3. Here comes Bethel. Left side to Micah Johnson. Into the lane it goes to Ratz. Ratz looking back out to Johnson. Baseline. Micah shuffles it to Ratz, who hits Bethel at the top. He's going to launch a 3. It's off the iron, and the rebound to Roseman in the lane. Ahead right side to Stupka. Back out, here's Tauchus. Tauchus looking, giving to Roseman. Roseman into the lane against Hurst. I think Ryan got a piece of that one, and it's rebounded by Ratz. Here's Jack giving it up to Ryan Hurst. Under 6 minutes to play in the opening half. Bethel has it in his hands out near midcourt. 21-18 Warriors. Tauchus defending Bethel. Up high to Hurst. Now back to Henry, and Henry will score. Henry's a load if you're a player trying to defend him. He's so quick, and he cuts so sharply. Just to stay with him is quite a challenge. 21-20. Warriors by 1 here as Tauchus works it far side to Stupka. Stupka at the top of the key sends it right side now to Roseman. Johnson denying him the dribble penetration. Back out to Stupka. High post to Gilbert, defended by Ratz. Shot clock's under 10 again. Here's Gilbert, left hand off the glass, no good. Hurst grabs the rebound, leads the transition. Right side Bethel wanted the 3. It was denied. Good defense by Roseman. They'll reset. Hurst up top on the drive, gets it to Bethel out of the corner. Bethel with the 3, and the Otters have the lead at 23-21. 13 for Henry. 4:45 on the clock in the first half, and the Otters back on top. That's our 4th lead change of the night, and we have a whistle here. And that's going to be on Micah Johnson. First foul on Micah, only the 3rd team foul against the Otters. Stupka will go out. Grant Johnson is back in. Alex Ellison returns for the Otters. And Levi King back out there as well. Here's Gilbert in the far corner giving it off into the corner to his three-point shooter, and Hendrickson misses off the rim. Otters get the rebound, and there's an errant pass by Bethel. It went off King and out of bounds for turnover number 6 for the Otters. Well, the turnover numbers have settled down. Each team had 3 in the first 2 minutes. Now the Otters have 6 and the Warriors have 5, and we're down to 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Into the lane, Roseman, Bethel with him. Roseman goes up for the shot, missed it. Bethel tips it, grabbed by Micah Johnson. Otters in transition with Johnson handling the ball. Bounce pass down low. There's Alex Ellison for the lay-in. Nice feed by Henry and a nice finish by Alex. And with 4 minutes left in the half, the Otters lead by 4 at 25-21. Stay tuned. Minnesota Motors brings you our halftime show tonight, as they do every game. And we've got a foul whistled here. Simply drive to Minnesota Motor Company for their hassle-free express lube. Micah Johnson has his 2nd foul. And we'll see free throws for Grant Johnson. Grant has made a 3-point shot for his only points tonight. And his free throw is good. Micah Johnson will check out, and Isaac Ellison will check in. 25-22, Otters by 3. And here's Isaac Ellison's, Grant Johnson's shot, and it's good. Ellison replacing Johnson in the lineup for the Otters after Micah picked up his 2nd foul. We have a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. You're listening to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977, streaming live through the Fergus Now app.
Family and friends, the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you better.
A short timeout here for the break in the action, and we're back at it as the Otters put the ball in play. Henry Bethel will walk it up. Still have that 1-2-2 three-quarter court press, but it's kind of a soft press. There's a poor decision by Bethel. He tried to throw it to the baseline there, but it really wasn't there. They turn it over. That's the 7th Otter turnover. Be a little more patient in the offense. Grant Johnson into the lane, spinning against Isaac Ellison, puts it up, and it's in, and we're tied. So Grant Johnson has 7, and that is the 5th time now that this game has been tied. Down low, there's Levi King. He got open, and Alex Ellison found him. And King will get his first field goal. Levi has 3, and the Otters, with 3 minutes to go in the half, lead 27-25 on our Park Region scoreboard. Left side 3 on the way, off the heel. A long rebound tipped out by Roseman and recovered by Grant Johnson. Now Roseman on the far sideline. Hurst out on him. Roseman to the free throw line, finds Eli Tauchus. Bethel defending against Tauchus. And here's a 3 on the way, and that is good. Hendrickson with his second made 3. The Warriors have hit 5 threes in the half, and it's now 28-27. Brainerd. Hurst fights his way up at the baseline, missed the shot. Rebound tipped out, recovered by Tauchus. Coast to coast on the drive. Bethel with the blocked shot. It comes free to Alex Ellison. Here's Alex feeding the corner to Isaac. Back out to Henry. Loads the 3 off the iron, and rebounded by Grant Johnson of Brainerd. Warriors move it ahead with Roseman behind the back on the dribble. He'll shoot from 16 and hit it. So Roseman now has 9, and the Warriors lead by 3. It is 30-27 on our Park Region scoreboard. Otters, where the ball is tipped, and it goes out of bounds off Isaac Ellison. The Otters have their 8th turnover. It was 27-25 Otters, but the Warriors have scored 5 in a row, and they have possession. Tauchus on the wing. Sends it across, far side to the corner. Gilbert looking, now passing back in the corner. Hendrickson gives it up. They swing it right side to Tauchus. Tauchus turns right against Bethel, looking down low, nothing there, back out. Hendrickson up the lane, back on the three-point line. Roseman's 3 won't go. Weak side board comes to Henry. 1:15 to go in the half. Otters trail by 3 as Bethel brings it into the front court. Bluffs the 3, gets it to Alex Ellison, who finds King up top, and now Alex goes to Bethel. Right corner, he'll turn and fire the 3 off the side of the rim. Tipped by Gilbert, controlled by Gilbert. We're under a minute. Warriors 30, Otters 27. Roseman on the far side. And a steal by Henry. That was quick. How about it, Henry? He'll lay it in. It's 30-29. Bethel now with 15 off that steal. Otters down 1, 35 seconds left. Warriors in the lane. A turnaround shot by Roseman is good. He's got 11, having a nice first half, and the Warriors get the 3-point lead back. Here's Bethel to Hurst in the middle. Hurst cuts to the basket, goes up and missed the shot, gets his own rebound, fights up for the shot, missed that. Tauchus has the board, coast to coast for Tauchus, blocked by King. Rebound Gilbert, and that was blocked again. And now a stolen ball by Tauchus off the outlet pass, and he will score. There's Bethel from, long ways, and that's high over the basket. Wow. That was quite a flurry there. So the Otters fall 5 behind here at halftime. It is 34-29 at the half on our Park Region scoreboard. Park Region service beyond the connection. Our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report comes your way next. If you've ever considered leasing, you should talk to the finance experts at Minnesota Motor Company to see if leasing is indeed right for you. Don't go away. Our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report comes your way after this time out. You're listening to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977 and streaming live.
Otter Tail Minn Dakota Coaches has been the trusted name in transportation for 50 years. Safety, service, and dependability are at the heart of every journey. From local routes to nationwide trips, rely on Otter Tail Coaches for a ride you can trust.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Hi, I'm Jay, owner of Fergus Apothecary, downtown Fergus Falls. We like to talk to you out in the open, not through glass, not through a speaker. We treat you as a person, not as an insurance card. So we invite you to come downtown Fergus Falls and speak with us.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
I'm here at Roosevelt Gym, and at the half, the Brainerd Warriors, the visitors, 34, and the hometown Otters, 29. Or make it 27. They've got 29 on the board here. They just had 27. I've got 27 in the book. Now, my book isn't official, but it usually is pretty good. I mean, so I guess we have a discrepancy on the score. We'll try to figure that out. It's 34-27 is what was on the board, but now it's 34-29. Warriors by 5. And here's the scoring for Brainerd. Corday Roseman had 11. Grant Johnson with 7. Trey Hendrickson with 6 on a pair of threes. Hunter Hennessy with 6. He also had a pair of threes. And 2 points each for Eli Tauchis and Luke Merseth. Now the Warriors hit 5 threes in the first half, and they were 3 for 4 on the free throw line. The Otters had only 2 threes in the first half, and they were 7 for 10 from the line. Henry Bethel has 15 points at halftime to lead the Otters. Alex Ellison with 7, and they have the 2 threes, each one of them with a 3. And Ryan Hurst has 4 points. He's only got 1 field goal tonight, and the other 2 points on the line. So he's had a hard time getting some good looks, and when he's had his opportunities underneath, he's been kind of forcing the shots up in traffic. And Garrett Gilbert at 6'6" is a force down there, defensively contending with Ryan in the paint. And Levi King with 3 points. Oh, there's the problem I see. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's 20. It is 29, so it's 34-29. The Otters trail by 5. Levi King with 3 points, a 2-point field goal, and 1 free throw in the game so far. Turnovers, let's see, 8 for the Otters and 6 for the Warriors. We had 5 lead changes in the first half and 5 ties also in the first half of tonight's game. This Central Lakes Conference boys basketball game, one of 3 remaining for the Otters. They have 2 games next week to go to Tech on Tuesday night, and then they're back here at Roosevelt next Friday when they take on Wilmer in their final regular season game, and then the seeding will follow and the playoffs will follow the next week. And the way it looks right now, all indications are the Otters are going to be the number 2 seed in the Section 8 2A playoffs. So we'll see how it all pans out, but that's the way it looks right now. Well, I see Derek Abrahams is back from the city. The activities director was down there watching the Otter girls hockey team. And just show you his dedication. He's down there as the AD representing the school at the state hockey tournament. And now Derek is out sweeping the floor here between halves. giving Mark Anderson a break because Mark's been doing it for the JV in the 9th grade game, and now Derek wearing all kinds of hats out there. And he and Mark very graciously setting us up here for our broadcast. It's not easy setting us up for broadcast. Dave Bishop has a ton of equipment here. We kind of take over the whole top row of the bleachers, and they're very kind to let us do that. Nice table I've got in front of me with all my equipment spread out. So, hey, we're living pretty high on the hog here and at the Roosevelt Gym. Always great to be back here. There are so many outstanding memories in this gym from great basketball teams through the years, and just a lot of great memories for the fans, and they love watching games here. It's got a tremendous atmosphere. Derek told me that a lot of the ADs around the Central Lakes Conference, some of whom who remember playing in this gym or coaching in this gym, always say, hey, what's the chance we can get a game in your old gym? Everybody wants to play here. It's got a great atmosphere, and there's a great atmosphere at Kennedy too. But there's just something nostalgic about the Roosevelt Gym. It's always fun to be here. It's halftime. This is our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. We'll take a timeout and come back with more, as we'll try to check in and see if we've got any score updates for you from this evening as well. We'll do that on the other side of the break. You're listening to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977 and streaming live through the Fergus Now app.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
I'm Tad Butke, your dedicated business sales consultant at Park Region. Whether you're looking to optimize your operations, scale your business, or find tailored solutions, I'm here to help you achieve your goals.
Reach out to Tad today at 218-998-2000 for Park Region to go beyond the connection.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Minnesota Motor Company bringing you our halftime report tonight. The Otter boys are trailing Brainerd 34-29. At the half. A report from Jason Retzloff, who's over in Breckenridge with the Hillcrest girls. It's Breckenridge 33, Hillcrest 14 at halftime. Now Breck is probably going to be the number 1 seed in the south half of 6A, and Hillcrest is probably going to be the number 1 seed in the north half of 6A. So this could be a preview of coming attractions here. They could meet. Of course, there's a lot of ground to be covered between now and then, but they could meet in the section championship game in just a couple of weeks. But Breckenridge with a dominating first half, leading 33-14 over the Comets. Here we go, second half action with the Otter boys in possession of the basketball, and it will be put in play by Alex Ellison. Bethel across to Micah Johnson. Now back to Henry. Henry with a bounce pass delivered to the corner. Here's Henry with a dribble to the basket, off the glass with a layup, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and scores. Henry He grabbed that ball down on the baseline, and he took a look at Rob Nudell, the official, like, was I in bounds? Nudell kind of shrugged like, you're okay, and Henry put it in. So it's 34-31. Otters down 3 now. Each team has led by as many as 5 in this game, but we've had 5 lead changes and we had 5 ties, so 5's the magic number, I guess. Here's Gilbert into the lane, shuffles it down low, and that eludes the grasp of Eli Tauchis and turns into the 7th Brainerd turnover of the night. Otters with the basketball with Johnson sending it right side Alex Ellison, back to Micah. Over the line it goes to Levi King. Now Micah Johnson, far side to Hurst, working against Garrett Gilbert. And here's Johnson. Roseman defending him. Leaves it for Alex Ellison. Now Bethel. Backs off, three-point line, gives to Micah up top. Here's Hurst alongside the lane. Shot clock down to 7. Hurst fights his way up for the shot against Gilbert. Missed it, and Garrett Gilbert gets the rebound. Boy, that's been a battle down there. Gilbert has done a great job on Ryan Hurst as he has held him to 1 field goal in this game and 4 points with 2 coming on the line. There's anticipation by Hurst and a steal off the deflection. It went over into the backcourt, but Gilbert was able to get it and bring it back in. So the Warriors will reset, shot clock under 15 to the baseline. The shot banked up and in by Grant Johnson. He has 9, and the Warriors get the lead back on top to 5 points, 2 minutes into the second half. Here's King stepping into the front court. Levi will leave it for Ellison, back to Micah Johnson. Far sideline to Bethel. Henry drives through traffic, goes up and scores. Bethel with 19. Well, Henry has been averaging 23.5 a game. He's had some huge games with over 30 points, 34, 35 a couple of times in that range. So he can explode quickly for offense, that's for sure. Here's Hendrickson giving the ball off to Johnson. Grant Johnson for the Warriors on the wing. Free throw line, spinning into the lane, kicking it back out. Penetration, Tauchis turns, fade away off the heel, no good, and a foul whistled against Henry Bethel. So free throws for Tauchis, and Henry has picked up his second foul of the night. Otters only had 4 fouls in the first half. Tauchis with the first of 2 on the way, and that one is good. Third point for Eli Tauchis. Warriors have only shot 5 free throws. They've made 4. And the second one on the way, and that is good as well. So Tauchis has 4 points. It's 38-33, back to a 5-point lead. Bethel breaking the press on the dribble, taking it all the way in, and blocked from behind by Tauchis. Otters will put the ball in play from under the basket. And it's Micah Johnson tossing it in. Bethel breaks free, gets the pass, takes it back out beyond the 3-point range, drops it down into Hurst. He's double teamed. Wanted to go to Micah Johnson. Good anticipation and a steal by Roseman. Roseman takes it toward the baseline, now back out as he could not get around Micah Johnson. Roseman, Bethel tried to get the steal, failed. Now here's a 3 by Grant Johnson off the heel. Battle for the board. Gilbert tips it out. Recovered there by Hendrickson. Back to Grant Johnson. Now Roseman's 3 is off the rim. Gilbert the inside position. The fadeaway won't go. And Hurst finally controls it for the Otters. I'm impressed with the way Garrett Gilbert is playing both ends of the floor. Defending against Hurst and going after the rebounds on the offensive end. He has been a real force down low. Ellison into Hurst. Hurst fighting for the shot, and it will not roll in for him. Bethel rebounds. Hurst now back out to Alex Ellison. Three-pointer is good, and boy, do the Otters need that. That is the second made 3 for Alex Ellison tonight. He joins Bethel in double figures as he has 10 points, and the Otters have cut it to 2 with 14 minutes to go in the game. Far sideline, Tauchis giving it up to Grant Johnson. Johnson against Micah Johnson. Micah goes down. We've got a charge on Grant Johnson. His third foul. That's foul number 1 on the Warriors here in the second half. And it's turnover number 8. Otters get it with under 14 to go in the second half. Micah Johnson to Alex Ellison, right side to King. Levi back to Ellison, up the left sideline to Hurst. Ryan finds Micah Johnson in the middle. Eli Tauchis defending. Now Micah delivers a bounce pass up high to Bethel. Bethel puts the head down. He's got a charge. He put the head down and the shoulder and knocked down Roseman, and that'll be turnover number 10 for the Otters and foul number 3 on Henry Bethel. Their second foul of the second half. 13 and a half minutes to go in the game. The Otters trail by 2, 38-36 to the Warriors. And here's Roseman up the lane, and he'll score. He went right around Henry, and no help defense that time. Roseman has 13, and the Warriors are back up by 4. Henry on the offense. On the drive up the lane, we're going to get a little contact there and a foul. No shots. That foul is going to be on Trey Hendrickson. Personal number 3, team foul number 2 here in the second half. Micah Johnson looking into Hurst against Gilbert. He stepped out of bounds. Or did he? Or it's a foul on Gilbert. Must have been pushed out by Gilbert. So Gilbert has the foul. That will be his second. And it's team foul number 3 against the Warriors here in the second half. Otters again to put it in play. Micah Johnson delivers to Bethel. Stolen away by Tauchis. He gets it to Roseman, and the Otters now have 11 turnovers. Roseman will run the offense. Accelerates into the lane against Bethel. Kicks it back out on the perimeter. Under 13 to go now. Tauchis looking. Hendrickson on Alex Ellison. Back out to Grant Johnson. Turning against King. Flips it up and in. Grant Johnson has 11. So he joins Corday Roseman in double digits, and the lead is 6. It's the largest lead of the night for either team. 6-point advantage for the Warriors. 42-36, 12 and a half on the clock. Hurst baseline. Back out, and Hurst traveled. That's 12 turnovers for the Otters. Matt Johnson is, I think, wanting a timeout here. Yep. So this timeout brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. 42-36, Brainerd has the lead over the Otters. You're listening to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977 and streaming live through the Fergus Now app.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
Business systems can be frustrating.
Back at Roosevelt Gym. Great place to watch a ball game. Glad you've tuned in tonight for the Central Lakes Conference boys action between the Otters and the Brainerd Warriors. Warriors have come in wanting some revenge. Matt Johnson addressed that on the pregame show. The Otters went there and really handled the Warriors back in the middle of January, 73-52. So you know the Warriors didn't appreciate the way they were treated at home. Roseman's fadeaway baseline is good. It's an 8-point lead, 15 for Corday Roseman. 44-36, under 12 to go, and then a steal by Roseman. Bethel defending. They'll send it back out on the three-point line. Ball comes loose, recovered though by Grant Johnson, so the Warriors will maintain possession. Here's Grant Johnson in the middle, spinning into the lane, a little fadeaway off the heel, and grabbed by Jack Ratz. Outlet to Micah Johnson, ahead on the left side, Ellison to Bethel. Three-point line, Henry fires it across to Levi King, now the corner to Micah Johnson. Micah with a couple of dribbles into the lane, turns, puts up a little 12-footer, that's good. Micah Johnson with his first hoop of the night, and it's 44-38. Now the Otters need a stop here. Roseman has been attacking the basket with success. Grant Johnson back out. Tauchis returns it to Johnson. Now he finds Roseman on the far side. Roseman on Micah Johnson. 11 minutes to go. Roseman takes it baseline, puts it up, and hits it. He is on fire. He's got 17. And the Warriors get that 8-point lead back on the board, and the Otters throw it away. 13 Otter turnovers. Alex Ellison is out, Luke Pearson is in. When Luke comes in, that usually means some design plays for a couple of three-point looks for him. Luke averages 3 a game, but he hits 1 or 2 threes off the bench every game. He's definitely got the three-point shooting touch. Nice spin move by Tauches, and he finishes, but it rolls out the rim, no good. Jack Ratz rebounds. Jack in transition, ahead to Levi King. Back out, top of the key. Micah's 3 off the front side of the rim and rebounded by Grant Johnson. Good look for Micah Johnson, just wouldn't go through for him. Here's Roseman against King. Roseman working, side of the lane, dishing down low. Bank shot good. That's Merseth with the basket, his second, and it's a double-digit lead for the Warriors. They're up 48-38, and we have 10 minutes to go in the game. Bethel, deep 3, got it. Henry drills the 3. He's got 22 points. And we've got a timeout taken here. 10:01 remaining in this game. It's 48-41. The Warriors lead by 7. This timeout brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. And we'll return with more Otter basketball on Channel 977 and streaming live on the Fergus Now app.
Take it out on the printer. Let Liberty Business Systems simplify the chaos. With automated printing services and flexible contracts, you'll never feel frustrated or stuck with your business systems. Liberty Business Systems.
Transparent, flexible, fearless.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Back at the Roosevelt Gym where the Otters are trailing 48-41. They were down 10, but Henry Bethel just nailed a 3 before that Otter timeout to make it a 7-point spread. But Brainerd has played really well. Roseman has really done a great job leading them. Grant Johnson is rejected by Luke Pearson. The ball goes to the corner, and Hennessy hits the 3. Well, they made the play, stopped that shot with the block by Pearson, and then the ball ricocheted to the corner, and Hennessy calmly put it in. Nice backdoor entry to Levi King. Good look by Jack Ratz, and King will score. Levi with 5. It is 51-43. Otters down 8, 9-10 to go. Corday Roseman gives it up to Grant Johnson, who finds Eli Tauches. Pass up the left sideline. Back out. They rotate it to the corner. How about another 3 by Hennessy? Oh my. That one stings. That's 12 points for Hennessy. The lead is 11 for the Warriors. Otters on the far side. Micah Johnson near midcourt. Off to Henry Bethel. Ratz on the far side. Jack giving it to Luke Pearson into the corner for a 3. That one is good. 3-point field goal by Micah Johnson. And the Otters need a stop here. They haven't been able to stop this Warrior attack. 54-46. Roseman near the free throw line. Johnson cut him off that time. Here's Grant Johnson for Brainerd. Back out. Johnson gets the return pass from Luke Merseth. Right sideline now. Ball in the hands of Roseman. Battling Micah Johnson. Ratz knocked it away. Recovered by the Warriors, though. Hennessy driving this time. High off the glass. No good. And Micah Johnson comes away with it. Defensive board for Micah. Bethel in the middle. Roseman on him. Right side pass comes to Levi King. Levi gives it back to Henry. On the drive. Bethel to the basket. Count that. And he's fouled. opportunity for a three-point play. Let's take a look at that one again. This Annabelle Lee replay with Henry Bethel driving to the basket, drawing the foul, and getting the 2 points. 24 for Bethel. That is the first foul on Roseman. Well, Bethel can make it a 5-point game, and he does. Henry's perfect on his 5 free throw opportunities tonight. He has 25 points, had 15 at halftime, 10 more here in the second half. So he's already over his average of 23 and a half a game. 7:40 to go in the game. 54-49. Warriors by 5 on our Park Region scoreboard. Merseth brings it across to Roseman. And Roseman spins into the lane, feeds the corner. Three-point shot won't go. Rebound position inside for Rats. And he'll hand it off to Henry Bethel. Here's Bethel over the line. Gets a screen from Rats. Into the three-point area for Johnson. That one was touched by Hennessy, so he got a piece of that and deflected it. And no good on that attempt. Here's Roseman with it, working against King. Roseman with the dribble, bounced it off the foot of King and out of bounds, or else King got a piece of it and went out of bounds. West Central Ag Air, your local Peterson Farms and LG seed supplier, and the right choice to defend your crops. That's West Central Ag Air. Brainerd with the basketball. They set it far sideline. Grant Johnson dropping it down low. Here's Roseman, double team, battle for the ball. Roseman shoots, misses, rebound tipped and grabbed by Micah Johnson. Here comes Bethel into the front court. Henry across the floor to King, free throw line area. Levi looking. Now Bethel will shoot it from the top off the heel. King tips it, keeps it alive. Rats comes away with it, and Jack scores. Rats with his first basket of the night, and it's a three-point game. See if Charlie Scheck uses a timeout here. 54-51. He's seen that 11-point lead disappear. That's 8 straight points scored by the Otters after they trailed 54-43. And now Brainerd with a bounce pass to Gilbert. They'll get the basket to end that run at 8 points. And for Gilbert, he's played a really solid game, but that's his first basket. He has not been an offensive factor. There's a loose ball scramble that Micah Johnson winds up with right under the basket, and Micah knows what to do with it down there. He's got 7. And it's 56-53. Otters down 3, 5.5 minutes to go. Merseth passing to the baseline, getting it to Hendrickson, back to Luke Merseth. Now back on the three-point line it comes. Ball in the hands of Roseman, splits 2 defenders, and we've got some contact there. And that foul will keep the ball in the possession of the Warriors. It is on Levi King. You know, the Otters have really played clean game as far as the fouls go. They had only 4 first-half fouls. They have only 3 second-half fouls. 5:20 remaining. Hurst is back in. King will get a breather. Pearson goes out, and Alex Ellison is back in. Pass from under the basket, put in by Roseman. He gets it into Merseth in the corner, hands it back to Roseman. He's double-teamed, gets it back to Merseth. Ball knocked away from behind. Great scramble. They save it, and then Hennessy's 3 is off the mark. And there's Hurst getting the rebound. He bounces it through to Alex Ellison, and he'll step into the front court with 5 minutes to go. Hurst near the free throw line, and a reaching in call on Roseman. That will be the 5th team foul of the half against the Warriors. And for Roseman, that is his 2nd personal. Alex Ellison will throw it in from the near sideline. Be defended there by Trey Hendrickson. The inbounds pass to Micah Johnson at midcourt. Micah being defended by Hennessy. Bounce pass to Bethel. Now back to Micah in the corner. Gets it down low to Hurst. Backing in against Gilbert. He just cannot buy one against Gilbert. And that's more credit to Gilbert than blame to Hurst. That one goes out of bounds off Roseman, who is taking exception to that along with every Brainerd fan in attendance. Jack Ratz will pass it in from under the basket. And Ratz looking right underneath to Bethel. They lost him. He missed, but rebounds and scores. Well, Henry has 27, and the Otters are within a point. 4.5 minutes remaining in this game. Warriors far side of the floor. It's Hennessy, Roseman, back out. Three-pointer on the way is short. The rebound is saved by Brainerd. Nice job by Merceth. They'll reset it. Roseman now. They got 20 seconds on the shot clock again. Roseman up top against Ratz. Dribble penetration, and the ball comes free. Bethel has a break. He's going to the basket, and he's fouled at the other end. The Brainerd fans can't believe there wasn't a foul at their end when they had possession. That foul on Merceth, though, is going to put Bethel on the line, and Merceth has his first foul. 4:03 remaining, and there's the technical on Charlie Scheck. So Charlie gets a technical foul. So now Henry Bethel will not only shoot 2 shots, but he will also shoot the technical shots, and the Otters will get the ball. You talk about a change of events. Bethel's free throw is good. 28 for Henry. And 29. And now Henry will shoot 2 technical free throws. That gives the Otters the lead, by the way, their first lead of the second half. And Henry continues his perfect night on the foul line. He has made all 8 free throws that he has taken tonight. And I jinxed him. He missed it. But Henry has 30 points tonight, and the Otters are up 2. 58-56. What a run the Otters have been on. They were down 54-43. Since then, they have outscored the Warriors 15-2 to regain the lead. Hurst bounce pass for Bethel. It went off Henry and out of bounds. Turnover number 14 for Fergus Falls. Midwest Printing is your local partner for quality printing. Visit Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls. 3:45 on the clock. Otters by 2. Warriors with the basketball to the baseline. Roseman passing. Ball stolen by Bethel. Here's Bethel breaking up the floor. Goes in. Missed the shot. The rebound knocked out of bounds. It goes off the Warriors, and the Otters will put it in play from under the basket. Warriors have done a really good job taking care of the ball. That's only their 9th turnover. Ratz will put it in Bethel's hands. Henry into the lane, wanted to get the shot off. He lost the ball. Here come the Warriors. Left side 3, Grant Johnson off the iron and boarded by Hurst. Ryan will turn and dribble it up the floor with 3:15 to go. Hurst far sideline, setting the offense, driving the lane, bounce pass baseline, Micah Johnson, reverse layup, good! That was a great effort by Micah, some great body control, and the replay, the Annabelle Lee replay showing you just how he did it. I'll need to see that again, I think, to figure out how he did that, but Micah was, here it is again. Okay, look at that, wow. Great body control, Micah. And a great finish. What a second half for Micah Johnson, 9 points. We have a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. The Otters with a great run here. 2:52 to go in the game. They lead the Warriors 60-56. You're listening to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977 and streaming live on the Fergus Now app.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Warriors have the ball after the timeout. Roseman misses, tips it up, no good, and we're going to have an offensive foul. Or no, a defense. No, it is an offensive foul. It's going to be on Roseman, I believe. Yeah, it's on Roseman, up over the back on the rebound. 2:42 to go. Roseman with his third foul of the half, sixth foul of the half on the Warriors, or make it the eighth foul, I should say, as we're going to the line. Micah Johnson had 0 points at halftime. He misses that free throw. Bethel rebounds. It comes free, and the Otters will pick it up. So the Otters get a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock as they move it back out. 2.5 minutes left. Here's Hurst. Right side of the lane, backing into the lane against Gilbert, passing to Ratz. Jack holding it, giving it back to Hurst. Shot clock at 3. Hurst from 15. It's short. Net didn't catch the iron, so that shot clock violation. And the ball belongs to the Brainerd Warriors. This game and the Quality Toyota Player of the Game t-shirts are brought to you by Lake Country Graphics, and we'll name our Quality Player of the Game as part of our Olson Oil Express post-game report following the action here tonight. Here's Roseman on the near side, working that dribble against Hurst up top. He'll put it to the floor and feed it off right side to Grant Johnson. Into the lane against Alex Ellison. Will fade away off the heel. Ratz grabs the rebound and gives it up to Bethel. 1:50 left. The Otters are up 4. They have been on a 17-2 run over the last several minutes, and there's an offensive foul on the Otters' Henry Bethel. He's had a couple of those tonight. That's 4 personals on Henry. And on the Otters, that is their 4th team foul. So they've only had 4 team fouls in each half. They've not put the bonus on in either half. But the Warriors, they've got to get off this little scoring slump they're in, as they've been outscored 17-2. As the Otters fought back from an 11-point deficit to lead by 4. And now we're going to have a foul on Hurst, and that will be the 5th foul on the Otters. The first one on Hurst tonight. 1:32 to go. Tauchis will throw it in from under the basket. And he passes all the way out near midcourt. Bethel trying to scramble for it, but it's picked up by Roseman. Here's Roseman into the lane, and we're going to get contact there on Micah Johnson. And Micah has picked up his 3rd foul. And now we're at 6 team fouls on each team. 1:25 remaining. Bonus will go in effect on the next foul for both teams. Garrett Gilbert, he falls down, and we're going to get a foul on Bethel, and Henry is fouled out of the game. Henry was going for the steal. He collided with Gilbert, and Henry Bethel is out of this game with 1:23 to go and a 30-point performance tonight for Henry. What a great night. But what a costly foul. Bethel was 8 for 9 on the line tonight. He had 2 threes. Very creative offensively, as we have seen through his whole career. Here's Garrett Gilbert, and he makes the free throw. He now has 3 points. And he'll shoot another, trying to make it a 2-point game. It's a single possession lead now. And the free throw is good. 2-point game. Gilbert has 4. It is 60-58. The Otters lead by a bucket, and Henry Bethel is on the bench with 5 fouls. Alex Ellison will give it to Levi King, out to Ryan Hurst. Hurst up top. High post pass goes to Jack Ratz. Ratz looks down to Hurst, turns, banks it in. Well, Hurst only has 2 field goals tonight, but that's a huge one. Under a minute to go now, and it's 62-58. Spinning to the basket, Roseman. Count that, and he is fouled. A chance for a three-point play, and Roseman has done it all tonight. He has 19 points. He'll be looking for number 20 at the line here as Micah Johnson picks up his fourth foul. 54.6 seconds to go. The Otters up a deuce, 62-60. And Roseman will try to make it a one-point game, and he does. 20 points for Roseman. Well, each possession critical now for both teams, 62-61. Micah Johnson to Levi King, to the corner to Alex Ellison. Back out to the top to Micah Johnson, defended there by Eli Tauchis. Bounce pass up high to Hurst. We're down to 35 seconds. Here's Johnson. Dribbles, passes off. Half a minute to go. Shot clock at 9. Hurst having trouble with it, looking for help. Passes across to King. Levi trying to make it happen. Baseline overshoots the basket. Rebound, Ratz in the basket. What a great rebound at the baseline by Jack Ratz, who has played some outstanding minutes here tonight. And Ratz is going to the line. Wow. Great play by Jack. He's got 4 points. And it's 64-61 for a two-possession lead off the heel. Rebounded by Tauchis. 3-point game, 15 seconds. The Warriors want a timeout. Don't go away. This is a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. The Otters lead by 3. You're listening to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977, streaming live on the Fergus Now app.
Ottertail Minn-Dakota Coaches has been the trusted name in transportation for 50 years. Safety, service, and dependability are at the heart of every journey. From local routes to nationwide trips, rely on Ottertail Coaches for a ride you can trust.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
.3 seconds remaining. The Warriors trail by 3. And they put the ball in play to Trey Hendrickson. They need to shoot a 3. Tauchis up top. Sends it right side, 9 seconds. So baseline drive, and Roseman hits it 2. 5 seconds left. The Otters throw it in. There's a foul immediately with 1.6 remaining. Wow. Well, that was strange. Roseman got the 2. He's got 22 points, but they needed 3. And the foul on Tauchis is his first, and now Micah Johnson is on the line. He's 0 for 1 on the line. Micah has 9 points. And he needs, well, if he makes 2, it's a 3-point lead. And number 1 is good. So Micah's in double figures. And now the second one for a 3-point lead, 1.6 seconds to go. It's good. And the Warriors will take a timeout with 1.6 seconds to go to try to set up a last second opportunity here in this one. We'll take a Lake Region Healthcare timeout once again on Channel 977 FM and streaming live on the Fergus Now app.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Well, West Central Ag Air, your local Peterson Farms and LG seed supplier, and the right choice to defend your crops. West Central Ag Air. 66-63. Otters by 3. 1.6 seconds to go. The Warriors have to throw it in and get off a desperation 3 to try to force overtime. They get it into Roseman, who cranks it, and it is off the board. No good. And the Otters overcome an 11-point second-half deficit to defeat the Brainerd Warriors here tonight, 66-63 on our Park Region scoreboard. Park Region, service beyond the connection. Midwest Printing, your local partner for quality printing. Visit Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls. Stay tuned. Our Olson Oil Card Express postgame report comes your way next, and we'll recap this one, an Otter victory here tonight. Hard-fought win over the Brainerd Warriors. Our Olson Oil Card Express postgame show continues or begins after this timeout on Channel 977 FM and streaming live through the Fergus Now app.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you
where to eat.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota, Minnesota Motor.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Oil Card Express postgame report as the Fergus Falls Otters come all the way back from an 11-point second-half deficit to defeat the Brainerd Warriors 66-63. Otters were down 54-43, and they went on a run that saw them score, first of all, 8 points in a row to cut it to 54-51, but then they scored 9 of the next 11 points. So they actually went on a 17-2 run to overcome that 11-point deficit and establish a 4-point lead. They wound up winning by 3 at 66-63, and a great comeback victory here at the Roosevelt Gym tonight for the Otters. And there were a couple of things tonight that they had to overcome. One of the things they had to overcome was the ineffectiveness of Ryan Hurst on the offensive end because of the great defensive play in the post by 6'6" senior Garrett Gilbert of the Warriors. He held Hurst to a field goal in the first half and a field goal in the second half, as their defensive play inside was outstanding against Hurst. And he also did a good job on the boards tonight. I don't have rebounding numbers, but Garrett Gilbert was a key in neutralizing Ryan Hurst. And boy, you can't say that too often this year, where Ryan Hurst has been held to 6 points and only 2 field goals. But give Gilbert a lot of credit. The other thing the Otters had to overcome was hot three-point shooting first half for the Warriors as they had 2 threes from Hunter Hennessy off the bench, 2 threes from Trey Hendrickson, and a 3 from Grant Johnson as they made 5 of their 7 threes in the first half. And Hunter Hennessy hit a couple in the second half. The Otters got some great minutes off the bench from Jack Ratz. I thought that was key. When Ryan Hurst was being neutralized out there, they went to Jack Ratz for extended minutes, and Jack did an outstanding job. Jack's an excellent passer. We've talked about that with Matt Johnson before, and he had 2 or 3 assists or just beautiful looks. And then he battled hard on the boards. I'm not sure how many rebounds Jack had, but I would say 4 or 5 rebounds. And then he scored 4 points as well. And this is a young man that's not known for his offensive prowess. I mean, he scores 1 point a game when he gets in there, but he was a factor offensively tonight. 1 beautiful offensive rebound and put back along the baseline. Just a great job by Jack Ratz off the bench. And then Micah Johnson came alive in the second half as he scored all 11 of his points in the second half, making 2 of 3 from the free throw line in that second half. And Henry Bethel, when he fouled out with a minute 23 to go, the Otters had to, just really clamp down on defense and try to not let the lead get away. They had a slim lead then, and Henry fouled out with a 1:23 to go, and the Otters held on and won by 3 points. Well, we'll continue our Olson Oil Cart Express postgame report after we take this break. We'll come back and go through the scoring summary for tonight's game as the Otters win 66-63 over the Brainerd Warriors on our Park Region scoreboard. You're listening to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977 and streaming live through the Fergus Now app.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports. The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
Back on our Olson Oil Cart Express postgame report where the Otters have beaten the Brainerd Warriors 66-63. All right, let's recap the scoring for you. First of all, Corday Roseman had 22 to lead the way for the Warriors. A dozen for Hunter Hennessy on 4 3-pointers, and then 11 points for Grant Johnson, and 6 points for Trey Hendrickson, and then 4 points each for Eli Tauchis, Garrett Gilbert, and Luke Merseth. And the Warriors didn't get to the line a lot tonight, but when they did, they made their free throws. They were 8 for 9 on the free throw line, and they had 7 3-point field goals. And I had the Warriors with 9 turnovers. They took very good care of the ball. The Otters, not so much. They had 17 turnovers in the game tonight. And the Otters did not shoot with great proficiency from the outside. They had only 5 three-pointers in the game, but again, great job defensively inside by the Warriors on Ryan Hurst. So most of the points came from Henry Bethel. He had 30 points in the game, 15 in each half, and Henry went 8 for 9 on the line. 11 points for Micah Johnson, all in the second half. 10 for Alex Ellison. 6 points for Ryan Hurst. 5 points for Levi King. And 4 points for Jack Ratz, who had some quality minutes off the bench tonight for the Otters in this game. We had 6 lead changes in the game, and there were 5 ties. All of the ties coming in the first half. And the Otters were down 34-29 at halftime, trailed by as many as 11, came back to win 66-63, improving their season record to 17-7 and their Central Lakes Conference record to 11-5. The Warriors go to 12-12 and 7-7 in the CLC. One more timeout. We'll come back with the naming of our Quality Player of the Game for Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics as our Olson Oil Card Express postgame report continues. You're listening to Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977 and streaming live on the Fergus Now app.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Business systems can be frustrating. Don't take it out on the printer. Let Liberty Business Systems simplify the chaos. With automated printing services and flexible contracts, you'll never feel frustrated or stuck with your business systems. Liberty Business Systems.
Transparent, flexible, fearless.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Jay, owner of Fergus Apothecary, downtown Fergus Falls. We like to talk to you out in the open, not through glass, not through a speaker. We treat you as a person, not as an insurance card. So we invite you to come downtown Fergus Falls and speak with us.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
And this is our Olson Oil Card Express postgame report, and it is time to name our Quality Player of the Game for Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. And when it comes to the screen printing or custom embroidery, you want to deal with the Lake Country Graphics. They have the best in personal service around, and they're located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027. Well, certainly Henry Bethel, 30 points. He's been the quality player for many, many games this year and deserved it in many aspects tonight. I thought Micah Johnson really got in the running there with his solid second half, but I think the guy that stood out tonight and contributed so much to this win is Jack Ratz. And Jack is our quality player of the game, the senior post player. When Ryan Hurst, as I said a couple of times, was neutralized by the defense of Garrett Gilbert, and the Otters needed some help in the post, well, it was Jack Ratz that delivered that help. Jack had a great game of 2 or 3 assists, 3 or 4 rebounds, 4 points off the bench, solid defense, and it just really gave the Otters a lift when Ryan Hurst was struggling in the post against Garrett Gilbert. So Jack Ratz, senior post player, our quality player of the game for Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. And the Otters win tonight, 66-63 over the Brainerd Warriors. They will play at St. Cloud against Tech on Tuesday, and then back here next Friday night, a week from tomorrow, when they play Wilmer, and that will be a streaming game as well. And tomorrow night, the Otter girls play Wilmer here at Roosevelt, and that will be on News Talk 1250 KBRF and streaming live here on the Fergus Now app as well. That'll do it for our Olson Oil Card Express post-game report for David Bishop, who's been putting it all together. There he is with a video tonight. Craig Olson thanking you for joining us from Roosevelt Gym for Otter Boys Basketball on Channel 977 and streaming live on the Fergus Now app.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRFradio.com video streaming production. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company and your Otter Tail Power Company pregame show. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts. Oxted Plumbing and Heating with your game time and temperature. Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary with your keys to the game. Olson Oil Card Express and your Olson Oil Card Express postgame show. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Otter Tail County AIS Task Force, Liberty Business Systems, Service Food of Fergus Falls Monument, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated, Otter Tail Coaches, and FM Bank of Fergus Falls.